Have you ever noticed that your relationship changes as the years go by? It's possible that what used to feel like deep love and admiration now feels like anger, distance, or even frustration. This happens to many long-term couples, and it's not just a mystery. There are real, useful reasons for it. Find out why women's feelings toward their husbands often change over time in this video. More importantly, learn how couples can handle these problems to make their relationship stronger and more satisfying. Read all the way to the end, because understanding these ideas could help you change your marriage and rediscover the love that brought you together in the first place. Please tell me if you like this video before we start. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. You should subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos if you haven't already. Leave the first comment if you like this video. Leave the first comment to let me know you don't like it. That way, I can make a better video for you. It's time to begin, time passing and changing expectations. One of the main reasons women may feel more and more distant from their husbands is that time goes by. When they first meet, people who fall in love often experience excitement, passion, and a sense of freshness in their relationship. Early on, they see the best in each other and accept that their partner has flaws and quirks that make them unique. They have hope and romantic ideas about the future together, and they think that love will be enough to get them through anything. But as the years go by, these idealized visions might start to clash with the real world. As responsibilities grow, outside factors that cause stress, like job demands, money worries, or raising kids, become more important. The relationship that used to be easy may now need conscious effort. People always change as they get older because their experiences, challenges, and personal growth shape them. It's too bad that not every couple grows in the same way. Some become closer, while others drift apart because they can't figure out how to fit their new personalities, needs, and goals together. At first, a woman might have admired her husband's drive, his ability to act on impulse, or his ability to find the funny side of things. He might have found charming the little things about him, like how he forgot to put his socks away or how he always told the same jokes. But over time, something that was cute at first might become annoying. That same drive she used to admire could now feel like workaholism, making her feel ignored. His silly mood could make it seem like he isn't responsible or doesn't want to take things seriously. Small habits that you used to not think much of may now feel like they are always bothering you. People's ideas about love, relationships, and being emotionally fulfilled change as they do. In the early stages of a marriage, a woman might put up with her husband's bad communication, refusal to help around the house, or emotional unavailability. But as she gets older, she might start to expect more, not just in terms of shared responsibilities, but also in terms of connection and emotional depth. Many women get to a point where they can't put up with problems that aren't solved or small annoyances that didn't seem important at the time. They want to be heard, valued, and understood in a relationship that feels two-way. How women see their roles in a marriage is also affected by changes in society and their own experiences. In earlier decades, many women were taught to accept certain roles in relationships, such as the husband making most of the decisions, or the wife doing most of the housework and emotional work. But as people's views change, a lot of women start to think again about what they want from life and whether their marriage still fits with those goals. The feeling of being disconnected gets stronger if they feel stuck, unheard, or emotionally empty. In the end, it's not the passing of time that matters. It's how people deal with that time together. A strong connection is often kept between couples who work to improve their relationship, accept change, and grow together. But people who don't deal with the slow changes in expectations, emotional needs, and personal growth often end up with an emotional gap that gets bigger and harder to bridge. Second, There is a shift in roles and an uneven distribution of duties. As women get older, they often become more aware of how their relationship is changing, especially when it comes to who does what around the house. In the beginning of a marriage, duties may seem evenly shared or at least manageable. But as time goes on, many women find themselves physically and emotionally doing more than their fair share of the work. Women are often expected to handle a lot of difficult tasks at once, such as managing their careers and finances, raising children, making sure they go to school, keeping the house clean, and making sure the family is emotionally stable. Even though men are more involved in relationships today than they were in the past, there is still often an expectation that the woman will be the main caregiver, the organizer, and the emotional support of the family. This important but unseen work is often called emotional labor, and it includes things like remembering birthdays and making doctor's appointments, as well as managing the family's social calendar and dealing with arguments between kids. As kids get older and start to live on their own, this imbalance can get even worse in some marriages. As kids get older and can do things on their own, you might think that parents' responsibilities would lessen. But in reality, a mom's role often changes instead of getting lighter. She no longer takes care of their basic needs. Instead, she takes on new duties, like helping them with emotional problems, schoolwork, and career planning, often while juggling an important job and caring for aging parents. If her husband has been mostly passive in these areas during their marriage, the difference is even more noticeable, and she may start to feel very tired and angry. Women can get furious when they think they have to do most of these things by themselves while their husbands don't know about them or aren't involved. Men sometimes think that because they provide financial support, their contribution is enough, not realizing the huge mental and emotional toll they are taking on their wives. This dynamic can lead to a growing disconnect over time. If a woman used to feel close to her husband, she might start to feel like she is going through life by herself in the marriage. Taking care of the house, the kids, working, and often the health of extended family members can be too much for one person to handle emotionally. Women may feel undervalued, unseen, or unappreciated when they don't share these responsibilities with their partner. Having to deal with everything can slowly weaken the emotional bond she used to have with her husband, making her feel farther away from him. This imbalance can hurt the relationship for a long time if it is not fixed. If a woman doesn't feel supported, she might shut down emotionally, spend more time and energy on her kids, career, or personal interests, and lose interest in her marriage. In the worst situations, a woman may find that she is happier or more at peace when her husband is not around. This could mean that the relationship is getting worse. One of the main reasons many women, especially those who have been married for a long time, start to doubt their happiness and fulfillment in the relationship is that it is changing all the time. It shows how important open communication, shared responsibilities, and showing appreciation for each other are for making sure that both partners feel supported and valued. Without this balance, resentment can slowly grow, putting undue stress on a marriage that used to be full of love because of unspoken expectations and work that isn't recognized. Please leave the first comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. Third, being unhappy in a close relationship. Sexual closeness is often an important part of a happy and healthy marriage. Couples are physically connected to each other, but they are also emotionally and mentally connected, which builds trust and affection between them. But as time goes on, several things can cause the level of closeness to decrease, leaving one or both partners feeling empty, disconnected, or even rejected. For many women, changes in their bodies caused by getting older, hormonal changes, or health problems like menopause can make them less interested in being intimate. Less estrogen in the body can lower libido, make the vaginal area dry, make it painful to have sex, and make you tired all around. Stressors from the outside, like work pressures, caring duties, or emotional burdens, can also make a woman less interested in physical intimacy. On the other hand, as men age, their sexual health and behavior may become different as well. Some men have low testosterone levels, trouble getting or keeping an erection, or can't stay intimate as well as they used to. Sometimes, they may become emotionally distant, busy with work, or numb to their partner's presence, which makes them forget about their wife's physical and emotional needs. If a husband stops showing affection by doing small things, having deep conversations, or being close to his wife, she might start to feel emotionally alone. When a woman's closeness to her husband decreases, she may begin to feel unwanted, unappreciated, or disconnected from him. In the event that her physical and emotional needs are not met for a long time, she might start to feel angry, lonely, or frustrated. These feelings can slowly weaken the love and friendship that are at the heart of the marriage. Also, the lack of closeness doesn't just show up in the bedroom. It often spreads to other parts of the relationship as well. It's possible for two people to feel emotionally distant from each other if they don't touch, joke around, or share vulnerable moments together. If both people don't talk to each other and try to get closer again, the relationship may keep getting worse, which could lead to more emotional distance and dissatisfaction. In the end, staying close in a marriage takes ongoing work, understanding, and being ready to change to meet the needs of the other person. Talking openly about wants, worries, and emotional health can help couples deal with the problems that will inevitably come up. Finding professional help, trying new ways to connect, or just making an effort to show love and appreciation can do a lot to bring a couple back together emotionally and physically, which is good for the marriage. 4. Disagreements that aren't solved and poor communication. Communication problems are one of the main reasons why marriages end, especially after the couple has been together for a while and feels comfortable and stable. In the beginning of a relationship, both people usually try to connect, talk about their feelings, and work out their differences. But as the years go by and the initial excitement wears off, couples can get stuck in habits that don't allow for deep conversations. When people can't talk to each other, they often don't deal with small problems that might not seem important at first. These problems that aren't solved, like everyday worries, unmet emotional needs, or disagreements that won't go away, can build up slowly over time and become bigger issues that are harder to ignore. It can be very painful, especially for women, to feel like they are not being heard or understood. When they talk to their partners about their worries, anger, or emotional needs, they may feel ignored or rejected. Over time, not being validated can make them emotionally distant, and they may start to pull inward to protect themselves from more disappointment. A partner's lack of interest in or recognition of the emotional weight of an issue can make it feel even worse than not being seen or heard. And when this happens over and over again, the couple's emotional bond starts to weaken, which can lead to dissatisfaction and anger. This lack of emotional connection can show up in a number of ways. At first, it might look like a mild lack of interest in everyday conversations or fewer personal attempts to connect. It can turn into a growing sense of resentment and bitterness over time, especially if the problems aren't talked about. Problems that seem small at first, like a disagreement about chores or how to spend free time, can become bigger if they are ignored or played down over and over again. Unresolved conflicts make it harder for people to trust each other and feel emotionally connected. Unresolved problems can be very different, ranging from money problems and disagreements about how to raise children to deeper breaches of trust like cheating. Often, couples fail to fully discuss or resolve these issues due to their avoidance or denial. They might be afraid to bring up tough topics for fear of starting more fights, or they might tell themselves that the problem will go away on its own in time. On the other hand, avoiding the problem makes the gap bigger because it stays in the background and slowly destroys the relationship. Loss of emotional fulfillment can make women feel like there is a growing hole in their relationship. If their emotional needs aren't met, they might feel alone and disconnected, even if they are with their partner. Being emotionally far away can turn into a dislike or even contempt over time. The person who used to make you happy and feel safe may now feel like a source of anger or resentment. Sometimes the emotional gap is so large that the couple may forget how they used to talk honestly and lovingly. The longer disagreements go on without being dealt with, the harder it is to come together. An argument that starts out small can grow into a big emotional rift that makes both people question whether the relationship can ever be fixed. It's important to remember that communication is more than just talking. It's also about listening, confirming each other's feelings and working together to resolve the issues that are threatening the relationship. If this isn't done, the relationship could turn into a source of pain instead of support and comfort. Please leave a second comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. 5. Personal growth and self-awareness. As people get older, they often go through a deep and life-changing process of personal growth. Women tend to go through this more than men. Over time, the difficulties, turning points, and changes in life help us learn more about ourselves. As they move through the later years of life, women may find themselves reflecting and re-evaluating things more than men. Many people feel very reflective during this time, which is often caused by big changes in their lives or small changes in how they see things. One of the most significant life transitions that can prompt self-reflection is the transition from raising children to being a single parent. For many years, women have spent a lot of time and energy taking care of and supporting their children. This gives them a strong sense of purpose and fulfillment. But when their kids get older and more responsible, many women don't know what to do next. It can be both freeing and unsettling to not have the daily responsibilities that come with being a mother. It gives them a chance to think about who they are as a person, outside of being a mother, wife, or caregiver. When women's attention shifts away from their kids, they may feel compelled to look at their own goals, dreams, and desires again after putting them on hold for years. Some other changes in life, like a shift in career, lifestyle, or personal interests, can also be very helpful for personal growth. As women get closer to middle age, they become more aware that life is short. This makes them want to find fulfillment and purpose in things other than what has traditionally defined them. This need for change can show up in a lot of different ways, such as trying a new career path or getting back into hobbies or interests you had forgotten about. While going through this, women may find new skills, interests, and strengths that they never had the time or chance to explore earlier in life. As women go through these changes, they often start to think again about their relationships. They might wonder if they are truly happy in their marriage or partnership, especially if they have spent a lot of their lives putting the needs of others first, like their children or spouse. This change in focus can give you a sense of clarity and bring out hidden desires for freedom, adventure, and personal growth. As they look inside, they may feel the pull of a life that is all their own, one where their role in the family or relationship is not the only thing that defines them. People who have given so much of themselves for others may feel let down when they realize it. There may be growing frustration among women who have spent a lot of time and energy on their partner's well-being if they feel their partner has not grown or has not made an effort to invest in the relationship. They might start to feel like their partner hasn't changed, leaving them to deal with their changing wants and needs by themselves. People can feel emotionally distant in such situations if they don't talk or help each other. In the end, this time of personal growth is about finding yourself again, facing your deepest desires, and embracing a new sense of purpose. Women may want to break out of the roles that have held them back in the past and try new things. Women can find happiness on their own, without having to worry about what other people think or follow the rules of society. This is a time of reinventing and freedom. Even though it's hard, this process of change can lead to a fuller, more satisfying life that is in line with their true selves and goals. Sixth, changes in how you look and how attractive you are. When two people are dating, attraction is based on a lot more than just how they look. It's based on deep emotional, psychological, and relational connections. But as women age, their bodies often change in big ways that can affect how they feel about themselves and how attractive they think they are. Some of these changes that happen with getting older are weight gain, wrinkles, a change in body shape, and changes in the texture of the skin. These changes in the body are normal parts of getting older, but they can make many women feel insecure and unhappy. As they deal with these new facts, these changes can make them feel differently about themselves. It's normal for them to have low self-esteem during this time. They might start to think their partner finds them less attractive if they think their partner used to show more love and admiration but now doesn't. When a woman doesn't feel as attractive or valued as she used to, it can have a big effect on her sense of self-worth. In addition, women may find that their husbands have changed how much they love, care for, or are physically attracted to them. When a husband doesn't show as much love or appreciation as he did when they were younger, it can make the wife feel distant. This lack of attention could show up in subtle ways, like fewer compliments, less physical closeness, or fewer private moments. If a woman doesn't have these affirmations, she might feel emotionally disconnected and cut off. This emotional distance can make her feel even less attractive, making her question not only how she looks but also her worth in the relationship. When a woman thinks her partner isn't interested in her or affectionate toward her, it can make her feel deeply inadequate about her ability to receive love and respect. Although these worries are caused by changes in the body, they are often made worse when a partner is busy with his own life changes or problems and doesn't offer emotional support or validation. Because of this, the way attraction works in the relationship can change, which can make it complicated and hard to handle at times. In these cases, the mental and emotional changes that come with getting older on attraction are just as important as the physical changes. To keep a healthy, supportive relationship going, you need to understand the delicate balance of affection, communication, and self-worth. Please leave the third comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. The need for respect and fairness in the seventh place. Respect is one of the most important emotional needs for women in a marriage. As women get older, they often become more aware of how their spouses treat them and how much they are worth. People become more aware of this in their later years, when the experiences they've gained through marriage, work, and personal growth converge. As women get older, their health changes, and their personal goals shift. The need to feel respected and valued in their marriage often becomes even more important. Respect in this situation is more than just being polite or showing appreciation on the surface. It means recognizing their efforts, accepting them as unique, and validating their emotional needs and wants. In a marriage, this means really hearing what they have to say, respecting their choices, and appreciating what they bring to the table, whether it's running the home, raising kids, or building a career. Whenever women feel like their ideas and contributions are ignored or taken for granted, it can make them feel emotionally distant and cut off. Many women also think about their lives and how happy they are in their marriage as they get older. People start to understand how important it is for both partners to contribute and support each other in all areas of the relationship, not just financially or physically. This includes emotional and mental support as well. Women can become angry and frustrated if they think their husbands don't respect them or value their role. which can eventually make them emotionally withdraw. People who feel emotionally distant often want to connect and understand others better. If the dynamics of the marriage have changed over time and the wife feels less seen or appreciated, it may be challenging for her to keep putting emotional energy into the relationship. Wanting respect and equality for each other is important for your mental health and for making your marriage closer, more trustworthy, and open. Also, as women get older, they may become more aware of how society views getting older and gender roles. They might feel even stronger that the things they've been through in life should be respected, and they might look for relationships, whether they're romantic, familial, or social, that value what they bring to the table. At this point in their lives, both partners need to understand and value the unique benefits and challenges of getting older. They also need to work together to keep mutual respect and equality at the heart of their relationship. When there is respect and equality, both partners feel safe, valued, and connected, which is good for their mental health. The foundation of the marriage makes it stronger and allows for continued growth and love. This way, both partners can thrive in the later years of their lives, knowing that their emotional needs are being met and valued. Please leave the fourth comment below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me and that you think these lessons are helpful. Thanks for your time. 8. The need for change and new experiences. As women get older, the need for change and new experiences can become very important to them. Over the years, they may have spent a lot of time and energy raising kids, building careers, and taking care of everyday tasks. As kids grow older and become independent, they often want something more, something outside of the routines that have shaped their adult lives. One reason people want to change is they want to be free and try new things. Another reason is they need to grow as a person and learn more about the world. Women may have a strong desire to travel, pick up new skills, or just get out of their comfort zone and experience something new. People often feel this way as they become more aware that life is short and that there is a lot more to explore than what they are used to. Women may start to doubt their current situation and wonder if they are really living in line with their goals and passions. They might want the thrill of going on a spontaneous adventure, the challenge of learning something new, or the satisfaction of completing something completely different from what they have already done. People who think about how quickly time is passing may feel a strong urge to make changes and take advantage of chances they may have previously put off or missed. On the other hand, wanting to try new things can cause problems in relationships, especially if the husband doesn't share or understand these goals. If a woman's partner doesn't want to change things or likes them the way they are, she may feel stuck in a life that doesn't make her happy. The distance can make her feel emotionally distant because her wants for adventure or personal growth may be considered a threat to the way the relationship normally works. When women don't feel supported or understood, they may think that their marriages are stopping them from reaching their full potential. This can make them feel frustrated, lonely, or unfulfilled. If the desire for change isn't met, it could make the person even less happy, or even make them rethink the relationship. If a woman doesn't feel supported in her quest for new experiences, she might wonder if she can really grow in a relationship that doesn't adapt to her changing needs. This tension can sometimes lead to a more profound look at personal boundaries, relationships, and the search for self-actualization. In the end, the desire for new things and change can be a powerful force for growth. However, for the relationship to change along with the changes that come with getting older, both people must understand, communicate, and support each other. As we've seen, changes in long-term relationships are often caused by problems that need to be solved, shifting expectations, emotional distance, unresolved conflicts, and personal growth. The good news is that couples can rebuild and strengthen their relationship over time if they understand each other, talk to each other, and work together. What did this video teach you? In the comments, write down one important idea that stuck with you and that you will use in your life. Leave a comment below if you like this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos. Thanks for seeing it.